Well, that was really fun. I thought our crowd was awesome. I thought our defensive intensity was much better today, and I thought it really fueled us. And West Virginia's really good, and they have two of the best guards I think in our league. I think J.J. Quinterly and Madison Smith are absolutely incredible, and it took a whole team effort to guard them. And I think we were team today. I think it was really fun to be able to watch, and a lot of times we talk about that on the offensive end. I think today we could talk about it on both ends.
Assist ratio today for both teams was 28-6. When you see that, whether on the offense or defensive end, what's your kind of biggest takeaway from that?
Well, I think some of it's different style, right? And there's different style of play. I also think we had a lot of balance today in our scoring, and that's something that's fairly typical. And part of it's just different styles. So, and that's something that we have of high value.
You forced 2 shot clock violations. And for about a 20-minute stretch, you really got after it defensively. Glad to see that.
Yeah, no, I feel like, we really challenged our guards because we knew they were so good. And we knew we struggled the first time. And I think we made them work. Even though they did incredible things, I think we made them work. And I thought Nevaeh Tot, that's probably the best defensive effort she's had probably all season. I thought Kennedy Tucker was great. I thought Anna Yunusa was great. Aubrey Jones was in that mix a lot. I also feel like they weren't on islands, and I felt like our interior, I thought Liz Scott, I thought Beatrice Culleton, Skylar, I thought they just did a really nice job of helping, and I think that's the best help that we've had all season. And there's still areas where we will continue to improve, but you could see we were talking, we were communicating. And so from that standpoint, I felt like we took some big steps today. Now, we're not going to pat ourselves on the back, and we're nowhere near where we want to necessarily go. But it was really interesting. I was just on the radio with Liz, and she said something. She goes, playing that hard is fun. And I hope everybody thinks that, because that's what we've got to do, is we've got to continue to have that kind of effort day in and day out. We've been doing that in practice. We got to do that in games.
Because you sub enough, right?
Yes.
Right, Skylar?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we sub enough where you can go in there and give your all for 2 minutes and somebody will go in for you.
Well, how about Sky's effort today? I mean, it was phenomenal.
She was good.
And Jennie, for you and for Skylar, just when things start sort of snowballing there in the first quarter, early in the second, how sort of contagious is that when things are going that well, especially on the defensive end?
I think for us, things snowball all the time. And I think part of that is what's really great about us is that we're very connected. What's hard is when it snowballs in the wrong direction, and to be able to stop that. So I think it was really fun, but I don't think we ended the quarter very well, right? And so I felt like the second half we did a much better job, even though it wasn't rolling and we didn't score as much and all that kind of stuff. I thought we did a better job in the second half of really staying together and not letting one end affect the other. We want the defensive end to affect your offense. You always want that. You just don't want your offense to affect your defense in a bad way. And so I thought we did a better job today of really learning that lesson and applying it.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. We didn't have any islands today, and you could see it, like with the help and like the gap. And I think that when you have that, it translates into offense, where it's like you're also not alone. Like you don't have to go one-on-one. You can pass it and cut, and we're gonna get it to you. So like that's just one thing. It was just like a team effort today.
Jennie, have you shortened your bench? It looked like to me, you said in February you're going to start really zeroing things in. So for the most part of the game, it looked like you played 8 players, and you've been playing 10 to 12 all year. Is that something you're trying to do as you get ready to go in the postseason?
Well, I mean, we have 9 at about 17. So, and KJ, I think, and a lot's going to depend on who we're playing against. When you're playing against size, KJ's going to have to play a lot more. When we're playing against guards that really just get to that rim, we'll have to play more guards from that standpoint. But, I mean, we still don't have anybody in 30 minutes. So I think, we will continue to do that, but we're pretty solid. We're pretty solid at 9-10 people.
Skylar, you're a big part of the offensive start you guys had. What kind of got you going today?
Well, I think the starting 5 did a fantastic job just setting the tone for the game. So I think for me to come in, it was like easy just to kind of like flow into that. And they were just so focused that you just like, you came in and they told you what to do, like to just be ready. And like, I felt that, like I felt the energy on the court today automatically. So I just felt super comfortable.
And Jenny, what stood out to you about Aubrey's game today? We see the assists, I think more than double anything she'd had to this point.
Yeah, she doesn't stop moving. You know, she's another one that it keeps things going, and she's going to get better in some areas. But I thought her effort defensively, I thought in practice she's been great too. She's all out effort all the time, so she can make up for some things. And she does a nice job too, you know, of help defense. So even if she gets beat, she lets it go, and then she moves on, and she knows where to move on. So for her, I feel like she just continues to get better and better. She's going to get more confident and more confident. She can stretch the defense, obviously. We know she can shoot, even when it doesn't go in as much as she wants it to. She just does a lot of things, and she does a lot of things well. And you can see her getting more confident and comfortable as time goes on. And I think we could say that about pretty much everybody. But it's fun to start to see her because she just doesn't stop moving.
Jenny, something you've kind of touched on after multiple games was foul trouble that your team has been in throughout the season. You complimented the defense, the help. This game, only 12 personal fouls total for the team. What do you kind of think about? Obviously, you complimented the defense, but also playing clean defense at that.
I think a lot of it is you have to adjust. You have to adjust how the game's going, how the game's being called, how, you know, a lot of times we hesitate and then we foul. Or, you know, we've really talked about trying to get rid of some of those. So today we just played and you're able to read the game. We have to do that in every game. It doesn't matter what game it is. And that's the beautiful part of basketball is the game can look different in, you know, on different days. And so I felt like today we were less frustrated. Our response was better, which allowed us to play more aggressive.
Is that something you've seen in practice, especially that defensive consistency sort of developing?
You mean me yelling at us in practice? Yes. That's been fairly consistent, right? I cheer. That's what we just talked about on TV is how much I cheer for us all the time. Yeah. No, I think our practices have been really intense. And we're holding a line, you know, I mean, personally, our coaching staff, you know, as a coaching staff, we're holding a line that's a little bit higher than maybe it was a month ago. And then we just keep raising that bar every day in practice, and they are too. And so I think they're meeting that. And so we've really been challenging ourselves in terms of how we respond, but also maxing out a little bit more. So yes, it's been coming in practice. Yes, we're focused on a lot of different things, but we've got to hone in on, we can't get outworked anymore. We've got to be able to show up every day, and we've got to be able to find our light in February. When it's supposed to get dark and hard and all that stuff, we got to be able to go. And I think you could see that today. But again, we can't pat ourselves on the back and say this is a one-hit wonder. We got to go, and we got to have that effort all the time.
And Van's defense was good, but how about her offense? That really jumpstarted you guys. They don't always come out for her because they can't guard her off the dribble. That can be a big deal if she can hit threes, right?
Well, I thought Vea, just her overall presence and confidence was fantastic today. I thought she was phenomenal, and she's one in practice that we've been very hard on and really called up. And I'm always very hard on our point guards, and she's no exception. But the last couple days, it has been a lot, and I thought she just shined today. I thought she was great.
Skylar, I'm curious. You talked a lot about energy and how much you got to play. You guys are really close to being an elite team, and you're battling for that Big 12 championship. The difference is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. You're always, when you come in, you have to guard the block, and it's 6'3", 6'4", but I've watched you forever. You know how to leverage and things like that. But how important is it going to be, you guys playing great team defense, if you guys are going to win this championship?
Oh, it's extremely important. I think as long as we have trust in each other, I think we're a hard team to score on. Like today we had trust, and I feel like a lot of the fouls, we didn't have those fouls because we had that help early. Usually our help's like late, and then we foul at the end of the court, like end of the shot clock and stuff. So I think as long as we have trust and we just like enjoy every little moment that we're doing and just go for every loose ball, I think we're gonna do great things this year.
Sorry, no, jump in there.
Oh, just Skylar, following up on what I asked Jenny there, had the sense that things were trending in a positive direction defensively
Yeah.
recently?
Yes, I think practice, that's been like our main focus, is just like giving more effort and like really just like taking pride in our defense, which I feel like we haven't done in the past. And I think we even like our coaches have been getting onto us, and we've been taking it and we need to change this. And I think today we took a huge step.
You guys are so good offensively, it's what everybody talks about. You know, but today you won this game on the defensive side. And so we're talking to you about that. And that's why it was impressive to watch you in the post, is you're guarding bigger players, but you didn't foul and you got help. And I don't know how many steals you guys got out of that, but 3 or 4 at least.
I don't think about the size difference and stuff. I take pride in the paint, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what I can to make you take a tough shot. And like that's just something I try to focus on, because if I think about the height, they're gonna score on me every time. So I just kind of come in and play and do my part.
Well, they play more guard-like, so they drove at us today. So, I mean, Sky wasn't necessarily low block
have
post.
6'3".
Yeah, exactly. And so she had to guards today too. And so, yeah, I mean, we played really well. They're good. West Virginia's very good.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks.
Make sure you just write it that I was cheering for them in practice.
Cheering loud.
Cheering loud.
Thanks, everybody.
Joshua.
Thank you.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.